Okay, guys, who's out there? Because I am in the mood to get down and dirty. Um, Ichibaka, who does a lot of good talking. I've had uh, a lot of talks with him about things we don't agree with, but we're cool. Posted a thing about the new Han Solo comic book. If you are a Star Wars fan, you will be pissed off. All right. If you're a Han Solo fan, you'll want to set the world on fire, like I do right now. Okay, I am beyond the beyond. I am so. No, I could spit. This thing basically turns him into the biggest asshole on the planet, and that's not where he ended up. The woman who wrote this thing is named Gina McIntyre. I went to her Twitter page as I ripped her a new one. I wish I could do it face to face, so it would be much more fun. She did the art for Ready Player One and some other things. But she doesn't have a blue check. She's kind of a nobody like Pablo Hidalgo is. I'll let her have it. Hey Dave, how you doing? So anyway, if you want, ask me any questions. I am so goddamn mad I could scream, so I let her have it. The pictures, I'm gonna do a more in-depth video. Hello, welcome aboard, Teal Leader. The pictures I'm going to post in another video because I'm going to do that video tomorrow when I can think clearly because I am livid. I am literally. It's like George Lucas never wrote any of this. It's like whatever he did doesn't count anymore. They got a bunch of hate-filled, misandrist, bigoted, ugly females writing Star Wars who've got a big chip on their shoulders and want to drive every white man they can find into the ground. Why? Because they can't get laid? I mean, that's what it is. Their last boyfriend dropped them for a blonde. I mean, what? They hate their fathers? What? They went to some shitty college and got shoved gender studies in their faces, so then they couldn't think for themselves. What the fuck? This had, what I saw in these pictures had no connection to the character we all fell in love with. Nothing. It was literally, there's no rhyme or reason. This is not Han Solo. This is Gina McIntyre's the bitch, her version of Han Solo. Where she projects her daddy hate. I know, I do too. I do too. I love it too. She projects her daddy hate, her anger at men. Hey, Greg, her insecurity about not being pretty. I don't know if she's pretty because she's got her profile pic's a cartoon. You know, I don't get it. I mean, I'm just, what the fuck? I am so angry right now I could spit. I'm literally, I can't even believe it. And here's the thing. This book was probably contracted out 2 years ago. And Disney is under obligation to put it out there. So they're banking on the wonderful reception that Soylo, a Soy War story, put out there, had amongst us fans. How many people are actually going to buy this piece of shit? I know I'm not. But I guarantee you, if I get a copy, it's destined to the fire pit. Along with Daniel, I Hate White Men, Jose Olders. Hey, Mr. Pete. Daniel Jose Olders' novel, Trashing Han and Lando. And, Claudia Gray. Well, it's not what sells. See, I talked to my friend in the movie business, and he said these books are always put out, are always contracted years before the movie comes out. It takes a long time to get these. Oh yeah, Mr. Pete. I read snippets of it, and like I said, if I can get a copy of it, I'm putting it in the fire pit. I am. Um, I don't want to send for it either. I just want to. I mean, I hate these people so goddamn much. Anyway, um, but see, they contract these books out years in advance. It's published now, after Soilo fails, so it's not. They didn't realize how bad it would get when they contracted it out. If they'd have asked me, I'd have asked, "Hey, who's writing it?" She can't write it. Would have been my response upon hearing Gina McIntyre um, being slated to write this. Uh, how many times can we fuck a corpse book? Which is what they're doing. It's disgusting. Ooh, I have wine tonight. See. And I don't know what to do. I am so goddamn mad I could scream. I mean, you'd think they just let it go. Um, you'd think that it would just be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't publish this. Maybe the time is not right. Maybe it's not the right story. But they're under obligation. They're under contract. Shit Weasel will freak out. She'll probably make 50 cents. Who's going to buy it? No one. No one is going to buy this shit. I mean, I went after Bob Iger in Star Wars and the dummy account Disney Lucasfilm that actually they run and let him have it. Yeah, I remember that too. That was written before they knew Ford was coming back. Made me sad. I just don't get it. Why do these women hate men so much? What could possibly cause them to want to do that? Yeah, I was way back too. I was 12, 13. So, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I'm, what, I mean, you guys gotta see the pictures. Is little 80-pound Leia throwing a punch and laying Han flat out? Little 80-pound Leia. Because she's so strong. 6'1", 100 and what? 70-pound man who's strong as shit. Shut up, Mr. Pete. I hate you now. Um, you know, and little Leia's gonna lay him out. These SJW females are so fucking stupid. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. The only thing that makes a woman truly equal to a man is what she's carrying in her purse. And whether it's a 9mm, a 380, or a 32. And that's it. Or unless she has a shotgun hidden in her closet. That's it. And oh, by the way, the Leia would never do that because they didn't have that kind of relationship. Who are these people? They take the arguing and the debating and the discussions from The Empire Strikes Back and turn it into 75 fucking years? That's not how it worked. That wasn't even what that was about. God, these women are stupid. What the fuck are they? Yeah, you can tell. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I mean, I don't know what to do. I literally, I mean, I really wish Itchy had just not written that because I did not need to read that tonight. I was in a good mood till I saw that. I was in a happy mood thinking about going to get my horse a new riding pad tomorrow. Um, oh, blood bang, you can probably find it anywhere. I try eBay. Um, I'm gonna go for a long walk, get all that shit taken care of, and now I'm in a bad mood. And I'm in a bad mood. I was, planning my fall decor thing for the outside, and now I'm in a bad mood. Why? Because some low, horrible, badly educated, bigoted, angry, probably rather ugly female decided that she had to write this comic book. And she couldn't stay true to the characters. She had to shit all over them. She shit on Han. She shit on Leia. Wait till you see the pictures. No, they don't, because they don't understand anything about what Lucas was trying to do. Oh, I can't wait for October. I can't wait for all this shit to get decanonized, and it's going to. Disney can't afford it anymore. I let Bob Iger have it. I am so fucking grossed out. If Star Wars is supposed to be a fairy tale, why did they take that out? Why did they take that element out of it? Why? I know why. Because you have a bunch of people who aren't fans, who are SJW, angry bitches, and they're beta male servants writing and doing Star Wars stuff so they can forward their freaking stupid political hackery on all of us. And that's why. That's exactly why. And we're all suffering for it. I mean, franchise is obviously suffering for it. It means Solo lost $200 million. Yeah, she didn't go to film school, did she? I don't think she did. I just think she saw Close Encounters and showed up in L.A. and she ended up working for John Milius as his assistant, and she had to catalog his gun collection. He's one of the board members of the NRA, by the way. He's also a really good friend of Steven Spielberg's. How much fun do you think she had? Because that's about as alpha male as you can get. I'd had a blast. I'd been like, this is cool. This is awesome. This is cool. This is awesome. She's probably like, ew, icky. Ew, icky. I am so goddamn mad. I need to set this thing on fire for a catharsis. Have my horse shit on it, wipe her ass with it. I don't know, something like that, because I'm so goddamn mad. Hi, Joey. I don't get it. I just don't. Why do they hate men so much? Here's the deal. They think we're not equal in America. Yes, we are. Example. Today, we're out driving around. We went to a... Oh, hey, Sean. We went to a... I'm going to tell a story and then I'll tell you what's going on. I'll paraphrase. I'll update you in a minute. We went to a mom and pop sports shop and looked around at the stuff, and I'm, thinking about getting back into hunting and stuff like that, and they had like a thing going on. They had the Trappers Association out there. They had U.S. Law Shield, which I belong to. Hey, Sean. They had a lot of stuff, and they represented some really nice gun sportsman's club. They had a lake that they stock trout in. They have trap shooting, which I love to do. My dad gave me a trap gun when I was 19 after I got out of the hospital. Hey, Ivan. So we talked to him, and we're going to join the club. It's a little ways away, but it was a lot of fun. At no time, did I feel my femininity kept me from being an equal to them. I don't need Gina McIntyre telling me this guy is bad because he's a white man and we have to put him in his place. I don't need Claudia Gray to do that, and I don't need Kennedy to do that. I am an equal. They train me well. I'm fine. I can do whatever I want. My husband supports me. Who the fuck are they married to? Oh, wait, Claudia Gray's married to her cat. And $1,000 to a donut says Gina is probably a lesbian. Okay, and I don't even know what Kennedy is. Anyway, so I'm going to update it for Sean. Ichibaka did a blog about the new Han Solo comic written by a slag named Gina McIntyre, who did some art stuff and other things for Ready Player One, etc., etc. And she totally trashes Han. And if you go and if you're on Twitter and you follow Ichibaka, you will see he posted a blog. Disney Star Wars is dumb, and that the latest story is that I am livid. I am effing livid. I am beyond the beyond. I can't. And here's the deal. Hey, Blood. No, I haven't yet. I haven't. Here's the deal. The reason why this book is getting published now is because they probably contracted it with this thing 2 years ago. Okay, they have to publish it. We won't buy it. Okay, we won't buy it. And if somebody does and they get done with it and hate it, send it to me, because I'll make sure it gets all roasty toasty in the fire pit where it will belong, along with Daniel Jose Older's Last Shot, because I need a catharsis again. I am so pissed off right now I could scream. I mean, I am, Jesus Christ. You know, the world doesn't need more SJW, feminazi, misandrist shit. Okay? We don't. It doesn't sell. It doesn't work. People get pissed off. People aren't interested. People just want to read a good story. People want to go to a good movie. That's it. That's it. We go to movies to escape, not to be lectured by a bunch of dried up feminazi hags who, and the beta males that serve them. That's it. Okay? Is that hard to understand? Why? Why? And then it doesn't make any sense in the OT. It doesn't. I mean, well, I'll see. I mean, I think, here's the deal. The writers that write this shit, this tripe, don't ever talk to the to the people that do the movies, which is really good for communication, isn't it? I mean, if I had been writing a movie and it had a specific plot point, and you know, oh yeah, Dakari, I know they are, you know, some bitch like Claudia Gray or Gina McIntyre went totally off the rails, didn't ask me about what was going on in the movie, didn't ask me script details, I'd probably beat the shit out of them. I'd be so goddamn mad. Oh, Spaceballs is great. Spaceballs is amazing. I mean, Lone Star, you know, and may the Schwartz be with you. I love that. I love that shit. Ludicrous Speed. I mean, I let her have it. I let Biger know. The pictures are appalling. It's like a misandrist's dream come true. I mean, it really, really is. And again, I don't get why they hate men so much. She gets stood up on a date? You know? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, the only thing I'd say is the art actually looks like Han Solo. Other than that, it's not him. It's not Leia. At all. At all. I don't. Oh God. So please don't buy that book. Don't. And if you do, and you're done and you want to contribute to the continuing odyssey of making Star Wars great again, send it to me, and I will see that it goes through the purification process of the fire pit. Okay? I mean, I'm done. I'm just, these fuckers. As if you couldn't piss me off more. I know, I heard that. I'm glad Ivan's doing that. I really am. I mean, you know, well, good. They can have Marvel. I don't give a shit. I don't care about Marvel. I'm not a comic book person. I mean, I'm here because I love Star Wars. I love it. It's like the Lord of the Rings to me. It's like Narnia. It's like, Watership Down. This is, you don't touch it. You leave it alone. Yeah, probably. They can't get married. Well, they all live in San Francisco. It's like there's one straight guy, you know? I mean, and that's about it. I mean, I mean, what was that great line at the last episode of Frasier where Phoebe, BB says to him, "You're going to go to San Francisco, and you're going to be a single man, straight man in San Francisco." I'm paraphrasing, but it's so goddamn funny, you know. And then he goes to Chicago to hook up with his ex-girlfriend, which is cool. Laura Linney's a great actress, and I like her. That's fine. That's fine. But you know, I really wish they'd all gone there and left Star Wars alone. I mean, I feel like sending Filoni a tweet saying, "This is wrong. You have to fix this." I think I might. I really, really think I might. We have to do something. I mean, we already have. We boycotted, and it worked. They can sit there and deny all they want, but it worked. You know, but this is, I feel like Leia, all right, I'm going to go get him out of Jabba's palace. I feel like that right now. I'm like, we have to do this right now, you know? So, I just can't even. I mean, this makes me so goddamn angry. And what pisses me off, these are the last people who should have been allowed to write Star Wars. Well, don't. I'm telling you not to. Spread the word. Tell people you don't want to read this book. Tell them, right? Tell them because it's an attack on masculinity. It trashes Han's character more. You know, I mean, I don't know what else they could do to him, but they're trying. I'm just fucking. I don't want these people writing any stories. I want these people to seek mental health. I mean, we used to have mental institutions here that we put people like that in. Why isn't she in one of those? All right? Because she's probably batshit crazy. All right? I mean, why do I need. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Dakari, all I know, and I'll give you some other uh, information. They are shooting in four different places at once. Most of Daisy's scenes are going to be at this movie studio in London, outside of London. Um, and that's and I've been told that George Lucas is there, overseeing creatively the project. So, I don't, this is a good sign because a lot of the shit, like what I'm complaining about right now, will be crushed. Well, I don't really care if it's about the Mandalore. I mean, it's stuff that they can't hurt the original trio. And I know that somewhere, someplace, sociopath Gina McIntyre is saying, "I made him true to form." No, you didn't. You know anything about Han Solo? You really, really fucking don't. You fucking bitch. Um, and it, you know, You know, I'm just, oh God. I really wish that Itchy had not done this because I don't know how, I mean, I wish I had a copy right now. They're not gone, okay? Here's here's the deal. They're probably gonna retcon and decanonize all this shit. I don't know. Yes, I saw the horses. Yeah, Tauntaun Girl, I saw them. And finally, we have horses. They might actually look like something different. I don't know what the front of the book looks like. I know what some of the pictures look like. And it angers me greatly. Um, one is, like I said, I'll tell you for the newbies that showed up, Leia throwing a punch and laying Han out flat. 5'1", 80-pound Leia throwing a punch and laying out a 6'1", 170-pound guy out. And as if it would ever happen, we know better. Because it wouldn't. This is not what Han and Leia were about. And it's literally like they wanted to stretch out all the debates and arguments in The Empire Strikes Back because they couldn't figure out how fucking people actually grow into a relationship. And that's exactly what they did because they're lazy and they're untalented and they're hacks and they're politically motivated assholes. No, she doesn't. She did it twice. She did it to Poe, and then this, apparently, she does it to Han. It's like, you're supposed to love him. Why would you do that to him? You don't hit people you love. I mean, and I'm sure the excuse is, you know, the excuse is, well, it's in the context. Fuck you in your context. If this is supposed to be early in the story, she'd have turned around and told him to, you know, roared at him and turned around and walked away. That's what she would have done. She wouldn't have hauled off and smacked him. Now I could see her slapping him because Marion slaps him, or no, she punched him. You know, and that would be, nah. But throwing a punch and laying him out, she's this big. He's, I mean, big. He's a big man. This is so stupid. And it's also domestic violence. And it's misandrist. And it's bigoted. And it's grotesque. And we don't need it in Star Wars. Fucking A, stop it. God. You know, just when you think things are getting good. Just when you think things are just, you know, we're getting into the groove. We're going to hear the news. We're all going to party like rock stars. They drop this shit in our faces. And we're all like, oh, okay. So what is your excuse for this? You know, and the tweet from Star Wars Doc, the Star Wars Twitter account is blah, blah, blah. And it's just like Harrison Ford played him and George Lucas. No, it's not. It has fucking nothing to do with that. It is a misandrist, feminazi bitch's idea. Tinder incident? What are you guys talking about? Don't go on a Tinder. Don't do that. Don't. It's stupid. You don't need that. God. Nuts. Don't do that. So anyway, I'm pissed. And I'm probably going to go back at him again on Twitter. I wouldn't, I'm going to probably do a semi-live or a feed where I show myself watching The Last Jedi. We don't have the movie stuff set up yet, so I can't. Oh, it should go down in flames. I mean, the world is so different now, and they're losing the fight. And there's a reason why stuff like this doesn't sell. Nobody wants it anymore. Colleges can't get people to go to them anymore. People don't want the debt. Um, and, uh, people are walking away from the left. No, I want to do a live thing so I could trash it. It'll be funny, trust me. It'll be funny. It'll be funny, trust me. Um, and it's just, you know, things are different. Um, okay, there. Okay, Sean. It's not going to be live. I couldn't do it live. Um, I'll probably do it video shots of me going, making faces. No, they're not interested in gender studies courses. That's why Hungary got rid of it. And if I was the president of a university, I'd probably get rid of it too. We don't need it. Where this is, it's ridiculous. We don't need it. It's time for feminism to die. It really, really is. I mean, I don't need it anymore. I never needed it. My dad never treated me any different than he did my brothers. You know, he didn't. He didn't. Uh, I do whatever I want. Why do these women feel so put upon? I don't get it. I really wish I could have a conversation with one who is at least semi-coherent and normal, so I wouldn't want to frickin' strangle her. To ask her, what the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, it doesn't cost anything to teach. We hate men. Write a paper on it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I wrote hundreds of words, thousands of words for my history degree. And if I get my master's, and I might do it, I write thousands of more words. Okay? And if you think for 1 minute I'm going to let some out of touch freak professor tell me what to think, I'll say, look, honey, you and I don't agree. I'm here to get a grade. Okay? Don't tell me what I should and shouldn't think. I'm 50 years old. I'll do what I want. You don't like it? Fuck off. Because I really don't need this master's. I just want it. All right? That's exactly what I'll say to him. And really, honestly, I think kids should probably try to get um, real jobs. Uh, get real jobs and decide if they really want to go to college after a while. Oh yeah, they're narcissists. I mean, there's a lot of people, especially women, in this country that I think are mentally ill, and the women that espouse this misandry, the woman who wrote uh, this Han Solo comic book, she's mentally ill. You can see she's mentally ill. She's not well in the head, because a well in the head woman would not write shit like that. I could tell her to go find Jesus, but she's probably an atheist, which, why she wrote shit like that, okay? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, after what I've heard, um, and the fact that George Lucas is there, um, you know, consulting and actually, I think he's probably directing or helping direct. Um, I have more. I have hope. Okay, I have hope. I'm cautiously optimistic about episode 9. I'm gonna wait for Grace Randolph to come out with her uh, spoilers, because she loves to spoil shit like that, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it is who watches it over and over again and spends money on the toys. Bob Iger knows that, which is why Kennedy and her group of losers is going. I really think Filoni will likely decanonize all this garbage. In episode 9, um, there's supposed to be a flashback scene between him and Ren. I don't know when they're going to film that. And there hasn't been any official word that Ford is coming back. Um, but I know he is in some way, you know. Um, but well, James, what do you want it to be? Bad? If it's good, it's good. You can't do anything about it. Yeah, I mean, but here's the deal: who knows who's going to take over for Kennedy? I know the name of one person, and here's the deal: there were two that I was told about. One will make you cheer. One will make you cry tears of joy. All right, and all this shit we're talking about is gone. Either of them. But one doesn't like any of this, and will fix it once and for all so Disney can't fuck it up. Okay, and I think Iger's learning a lesson. No, I can't share the names. I can't, and I'm not gonna. They're both known very well. I was shocked. I literally almost fell out of my chair when I heard. Um, and when I was told, my friend told me, one name's gonna make you cry. It did make me cry. Itchy. Let's put it this way: there are people out there that don't believe Lucas is part of this, and I know for a fact that Bob Iger called him and begged him to come back, begged him to come and fix it. They're losing their asses right now because of this shit, and they have to put these books out. I mean, they're contracted to do it. They can't just pay off the dimwit that wrote it and go. They have to put it out. Now, she won't make any money, and they won't make any money. Especially when the comic book industry is dying right now. I am very happy with either. You're talking alpha males, geniuses, um, guys that I would give my left arm to work with, guys I would love to talk to, just hang out with, especially one. Uh, you know, I'd be in awe of both of them, but especially one of them. Um, it's now the one I'm talking about might just be interim until they get somebody else that can actually come in full time. It actually might be both of them. I don't know. All I know is that, um, the lie that, well, we can't find anybody to come in, that was bullshit. There were people I've heard lined up out the door to take Kathy's spot, and the names were shocking to me. But two in particular kind of stopped Iger in his tracks and made me believers. I honestly am completely uh, convinced of these guys. Um, and one definitely because he's never let us down before, as far as I'm concerned about what he's done. So you know, I'm happy, but we have to suffer through this shit. I'm gonna go check it out. I haven't done it yet. I'll probably put some money in for it if um, it sounds really great. I know Jeff is talented, um, and I'll probably start boosting it here. I really am. No, it's not a lady SJW. It's a guy. These are very successful, very big names. Like, all I can say, it's not Steven Spielberg. And I wouldn't really want him anyway, because some of these people actually came from his shop. It's like, who are you hiring now? I know you're 70 years old, but why? Stop it. You know? No, it's not Peter Jackson. I'm not going to tell you. Don't ask. I can't. And I'm sworn to secrecy. Actually, no real rumors that I can really. I know that Collider basically came out and said one of the guys there basically said that Ray and Ren are related. So, Well, you can stick with Lassiter, but I don't think it's not him. No, I wanted it to be him, but because I thought that's all they could find, because I believe that shit. And then my friend kind of like, no, 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 no. And I was like, holy shit, really? One name I went, yes. The other one was like, yes, yes. And when I start crying. In fact, I might right now just thinking about it. But, what was I talking about? Oh, whatever. Not saying. I'm not going to tell you. Stop it. The author's name is Gina McIntyre. And you can find her on Twitter. She's just vile. Like I've said before, the art an artist creates says something about who they really are, and she is a horrible human being. In fact, if I had a son and you brought her home, I'd probably say, you're disowned until you get rid of her. She's not allowed in the house. Get her the fuck out of here now. Okay? But wait, my son would hang out with someone like that. 122? What is going on here? Oh, you're number... Okay. So anyway, rumors. Anyway, let's go back to that. Now I remember. The guys at Collider basically said that Ren, so they were talking about Raylo, and they said, well, it doesn't look like it's going to happen because likely Ren and Ray are related. They're probably brother and sister. Full brother and sister. So, I'm, going, why wasn't somebody there to take control of Rian Johnson and just say, what the fuck are you doing? This is not Star Wars. Everybody else told him. The people in charge were like, oh, yay, Kathy. Bitch. Anyway, but yeah, the guys at Collider have pretty good contacts. Way better than mine. So, Uh-huh. Well, it might not be Ray. It might be Kira. Because, you have to understand, when you watch The Force Awakens, to me it's obvious. Just her ability with the Falcon. She knows Shriwook. How the fuck did she learn that? She, is very similar to Han in her attitude towards droids. No! Go away! I mean, she's basically telling BB-8 to leave her alone. She looks like him. She's very kind of, confident and cocky. But the key scene to me, the key thing here is the way Han keeps looking at her. Okay, and then as he's watching her go up that wall, and the camera pans to him, JJ, hold the camera on at him for more than a split second. You see the look of a proud father on his face. That's exactly what JJ wanted to convey. And then the way Leia hugs her when they land when they come back to Dakar. And it's like, and all the Raylos are like, and, all this fan fiction that Rowan Johnson and the now defunct Gone story group put together. I mean, so yeah, I mean, JJ's going to retcon the shit out of it and fix it. I think he already has. Yeah, she hugged her over Chewie. People bitch about that. It's like, she's her daughter, you idiot. And, I mean, they kept saying they weren't decided, but it was obvious to me what they were decided about. I mean, and it's like, you could fix this to the point, get rid of all these stupid novels. It was remorse, it was a look of, who are you? It wasn't remorse, it was, who are you? You know, are you her? It was, and you could do so much with that. How he lost the Falcon. He saw Ren take her. You know, um, he and Luke and Leia were both there when the academy was burned and all the kids were killed, and they saw Ren abduct Rey, their daughter, little daughter, 5 years old, from the academy. All right, and then he loses his ship trying to find her. So the story could be that Leia thought what, Jeff? Leia would know if her daughter was alive or not. She would know that, and Han would have trusted her and listened to her, and trusted her instincts and done what, Leia, she's alive. I know it. I feel it. Okay, I'm gonna go look for her. I'm not coming back without her. He loses the Falcon, feels like a failure. No, that's stupid. And he loses the Falcon and just decides he can't go back home because he failed, which is a manly man thing that he would do, and it would make sense. I've had other people tell me that it makes sense. And, it would be very great to have that as the story, the backstory. Then this girl shows up flying the Falcon like she's him, and she knows where, the smuggling compartments are. I don't want to fix Marvel Comics. I don't care about that. You guys do that. I'm here to fix Star Wars. I don't even know anything about Marvel Comics. She shows up, and he's like, you know what he said to Chewie? I knew he should have checked the Western Reaches one more time. Talking about looking for the Falcon? Or was he talking about both? How does the Falcon and Rey end up in the same place? There was a reason JJ put that in there. There's a reason he put that in there. With Lor Santeca, of all people. Hey, Krill Burrow. We're just, I'm probably going to be on for another, 15 minutes or so. I'm sorry, Sean. I can't do it. I'm not a comic book person. My favorite movie like that, superhero movie, is The Dark Knight. And, I love that movie. I loved Christopher Reeve's Superman. And, but that's it. I didn't really, The Dark Knight is amazing. That movie is such basically a allegory about 9/11. I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet. I'm kind of not interested. It's hard to be Wonder Woman and then have a movie made about you, I'm kidding. I kid. I'm not even close to that. Oh, God. Well, we're done. That's it for the line tonight. It is. I probably should say it, but I have a hard time. I did a lot of research into Germany during World War I. It's hard for me to look at the Germans as being that bad. That war never should have happened. When you look at the history of it, it's like, you fucking idiots. And they were idiots. The leaders of Britain, France, Russia, Germany, Austria, the United States were all a bunch of morons. And that actually escalated and turned into World War II. And then the Germans really were the bad guys. And partially it was created because of the shit that we forced down people's throats after World War I. Oh, it was. It was a very preventable war. It's very sad, too. Well, I mean, Potsdam was ridiculous. I mean, it was Truman, and he didn't know what was going on. I mean, FDR really just was like, the senator from Missouri can just stay home and, leave me alone. And then he died. I mean, FDR really wasn't. I read a book that basically proved that he had a tumor in his brain. That's why he died. Yeah, World War One. Yeah, you're right. I haven't really seen any DC films. I know Abu Nas, if he was here right now, would yell at me. Like I said, I don't see them. I am gonna see the new movie with Oscar Isaac about hunting Adolf Eichmann, um, and of course Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. No, the animated ones back in the '90s, my nephews watched and loved them, and it's really weird. It's just like the last like 4 or 5 years, I realized that was Mark Hamill because they were always in the background. Isn't that weird? I was like, that's him? Really? I had no idea. I didn't like Batman 1989. No, I told my sister, I said, the greatest Joker ever was Heath Ledger, and she yelled at me because she has a thing for icky Jack Nicholson. It's like, ugh. That guy always made me go, ew. I mean, totally like nasty dude, Just totally like, I can't, yuck. I just, what's funny is the bat, the Batman was almost irrelevant to me. He was always just kind of there, and it was everybody else. I mean, and George Clooney's just made me, oh God, want to gag. Why? Who thinks he's disgusting? Ew. Ugh. That was weird. Well, when you realize that Joel Schumacher, who's been named in molestation kind of things out there, directed it. Well, I tell you, Mr. Pete, we shouldn't have, but he sure did keep a lot of Germans busy, you know? And what we didn't do is we didn't make our needs well known. And he easily used, we lost this many people, we're victims, that thing. Meanwhile, his armies are storming across Poland and East Germany and raping 2 million women, murdering millions, destroying billions of dollars of property, stealing trillions of dollars of property. And that's, that pisses me off. My father was a World War II veteran. He fought, he's at the 8th Air Force, radio operator, B-24s. And so he fought in Europe, and he hated the Russians. They all did. They didn't trust him. The guys didn't trust him. They knew they were up to no good. And I like Christian Bale. I do. I mean, I'm sorry, shoot me, but I do. I like him. But as far as yeah, well, that's easy for you to say. But when you've got, I don't know how many millions of men in Europe who want to go home, and then you say, well, we're going into Poland, I've never liked Jack Nicholson, Tauntaun Girl. Uh, I don't get why he's been so venerated. He overacts. I don't get any. empathy from him, depth. He just, I'm sorry, annoys the shit out of me. I just don't like the guy, so, I mean, I just, and, The Dark Knight is just so, wow. But I kind of liked it. I've got that actually. And I think I have The Dark Knight Returns. The one with Bane. I think I have that. Uh, that was that movie could have been better. It's almost like Nolan was kind of like phoning it in at the end. He just I just don't get him. I don't get Nicholson at all. So that's just me. I just I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. I can't help it. I just don't like him. Oops. Okay, guys. Um. Uh, yeah, I guess it was good in the 70s. My phone is gonna die, and I'm on it right now, so I have to cut this short. So let me reiterate what I was talking about for those who missed it. There's a comic about Han Solo coming out. Um, the pictures are horrible. It's written obviously by a misandrist who hates men. One of the photographs is Han getting punched out by Leia. Itty bitty tiny person laying out a great big huge tall guy. No, that defies physics and everything else. Um, and that would never happen. That is mischaracterization of her and him. And trust me, Disney, Iger, Lucasfilm, and Gina McIntyre, who wrote it, have all heard from me. And I will do an up-to-date video about it tomorrow because I was so angry I had to scream. So I screamed at you guys. Sorry. So I gotta go because my phone's dying. And I love you all. And I'll talk to y'all later. And y'all be good. See you around the galaxy. Good night, Mr. P.